God's chosen ones. Do not let this moment pass you by. The Lord is calling your attention right now, and this message is not appearing before you by chance. If you turn away before hearing it, you could miss the very guidance you have been praying for in quiet moments. I am speaking because you have postponed listening for too long, and that hesitation has not gone unnoticed. Even so, my love continues to reach toward you. I am not trying to fill you with fear, but to awaken you to the importance of this moment. What I am revealing cannot be delayed until tomorrow or pushed aside by another distraction. Remain here and receive these words with an open heart, because they will help you understand why your journey has felt so difficult and why your soul has struggled to find rest. I am calling you because what comes next depends on your willingness to hear my voice and respond with faith. Type Amen if this speaks to your heart. Deep within you, you have sensed that quiet invitation returning again and again. No matter how often you try to bury it beneath responsibilities, distractions, or daily routines, it never disappears. That gentle pull is not uncertainty. It is my voice reaching your heart with patience and persistence, inviting you to stop resisting and begin listening. There are changes already taking place around you that your eyes cannot yet recognize. If you continue to ignore my direction, you may walk past the very opportunities I have prepared for you. This is why your peace has seemed unsettled. It is not because I have abandoned you, but because I have been drawing your attention back to me. I have never been far away. I am nearer to you than you realize, waiting for you to become still long enough to recognize the truth I have been whispering into your spirit. If these words are encouraging you, take a moment to like this video. Your simple act could help someone else discover this message at the very moment they are searching for hope. You have wondered why certain dreams have remained unfinished and why the paths that once seemed clear now feel unexpectedly closed. And I am telling you clearly that it is not punishment. It is protection mixed with direction. I have been slowing you down so you would finally notice me, so you would stop depending only on your own understanding and begin to trust what I am trying to show you. Ignoring me does not make me disappear, but it does make your journey harder than it needs to be. I do not want struggle to be your only teacher when my voice is available to guide you gently. You are chosen, and being chosen means you are called to listen deeper than others, to respond faster when I speak, and to trust even when you do not see the full picture. There are moments when you felt alone, when it seemed like no one understood what you were carrying inside, and I was there in those exact moments, watching, waiting, holding you together. I saw the nights when your thoughts would not settle, and the days when you smiled outside but felt uncertain within. I have not missed a single tear or a single silent prayer that you thought no one heard. This is why I am speaking now, because your season is shifting, and I will not let you enter it unprepared. You cannot step into what I have prepared while still ignoring the voice that is trying to lead you there. You have been asking for clarity, for a sign, for something to confirm that you are not lost. And this is that confirmation. I am telling you directly that you are not lost, but you have been distracted. The enemy of your progress has not been your weakness. It has been your delay in listening. When you ignore my voice, you delay your own breakthrough. And when you delay long enough, it begins to feel like nothing is changing. But everything has been aligning behind the scenes, waiting for your attention to come back to me. This is why I say, do not ignore me now, because this moment carries weight that you cannot measure yet. Type 1000 111 if you believe. You are not being called to perfection. You are being called to alignment. I do not expect you to have everything figured out, but I do expect you to respond when I speak. Even now, there is something in your spirit confirming that this is real, that this is meant for you, that this is not just another passing moment. That feeling is not imagination. It is recognition. You are recognizing my voice because it has been with you long before this moment, guiding you in ways you did not always notice. I know you have hesitated because you were unsure, because you feared making the wrong step, because you wondered if you were truly hearing me. But understand this clearly. I am not the author of confusion, and when I speak, there is a peace beneath the urgency that cannot be faked. Even now, as these words settle into your heart, you can feel that quiet certainty rising. That is me confirming that you are not alone, and that you are not imagining this connection. There is something I am preparing you for, something that requires your attention, your obedience, and your trust. It is not something small, and it is not something that will leave your life unchanged. This is why ignoring me now is not just a missed moment. It is a delay in stepping into what has already been prepared for you. I have placed strength inside you that you have not fully used yet, and I am calling it forward. I have placed purpose inside you that has been waiting for the moment you decide to listen without resistance. You are not behind. Even though it feels that way sometimes, every delay has been shaping you. Every challenge has been building something within you that you will soon understand. But now is not the time to stay in waiting. Now is the time to listen and move when I guide you. I am not asking you to rush blindly. I am asking you to trust deeply. When you trust me, even small steps become powerful, and even quiet decisions create lasting change. What if the real reason most manifestation methods do not work has finally been explained? A top neuroscientist linked to CIA research says, without the right brainwave, results stay inconsistent. This 7-second ritual, supported by 4 neuroscience labs, is helping people approach money differently and improve their direction. Many are now stepping into dream homes, buying luxury cars, and enjoying luxury vacations they once thought were out of reach. But this information might not stay available online. Click the link in the description and comments before it gets removed. There is peace waiting for you, not the kind that depends on everything going perfectly, but the kind that comes from knowing you are walking with me. That peace has been calling you back, reminding you that you were never meant to carry everything alone. I am your source, your strength, your guide, and your protector. When you listen to me, you do not lose control. You gain direction. When you follow me, you do not become weak. You become steady in ways the world cannot shake. Right now, I am asking you to make a simple but powerful choice. Choose to listen. Choose to pause. Choose to trust that this is not random, and that you are being guided for a reason. The more you respond, the clearer my voice becomes in your life. The more you trust, the more you will see doors opening in ways you could not have planned yourself. You are not forgotten. You are not overlooked. And you are not alone in what you are facing. I have watched you push forward, even when you felt empty. And I have seen the quiet strength you carry that others do not always recognize. Now, I am drawing you closer, not to overwhelm you, but to steady you in a way you have not experienced before. Type 777 if you trust God. There is something changing inside you right now. something subtle but real, something that feels like a shift in how you see your own life. That shift is not random. It is the result of you finally slowing down enough to hear me. I am not speaking in noise or confusion. I am speaking in clarity that grows the more you lean into it. You are beginning to realize that ignoring me has cost you peace, and listening to me is bringing it back piece by piece. This is how transformation begins. Not all at once, but in moments like this, where you choose to stay present and receive. You have been carrying questions in your heart, not spoken out loud, but felt deeply in your quiet moments. You have wondered why certain doors closed without warning, and why some connections faded even when you tried to hold on to them. I am telling you now that nothing left your life without my awareness, and nothing was removed without purpose. Some things had to fall away, so you could walk freely into what is meant for you next. Holding on to what I have released will only slow you down. And I want you moving forward with clarity and confidence. There are things ahead of you that require a stronger version of you, a more grounded version of you, a version that trusts me without constant doubt. This is why I have been working on you in ways that felt uncomfortable, because growth often feels like stretching before it feels like strength. You are not being tested to fail. You are being shaped to rise. Even the moments that made you question yourself were preparing you to depend on me more deeply. You are not the same person you were before. Even if you sometimes feel like nothing has changed, you are beginning to see more clearly who is truly for you and who was only meant to be part of a temporary season. That clarity is not meant to make you bitter. It is meant to make you wise. I am opening your eyes so you can move with discernment, so you can protect your energy and your purpose. Not everyone who comes close is meant to stay, and not every voice deserves your attention. When you listen to me, I will guide you in knowing where to invest your heart and where to step back without regret. Type yes to receive miracles. There is a peace that is slowly settling over you, even as you continue to face challenges. That peace is not based on everything being perfect. It is based on knowing that I am in control. You are learning that you do not have to panic when things feel uncertain, because I am already ahead of you, preparing what you cannot yet see. This is why I have been asking you to trust me, not just in easy moments, but especially when things feel unclear. Trust is not built when everything makes sense. It is built when you choose to believe, even when you do not have all the answers. I see the effort you have been making, even when no one else notices. I see how you have tried to stay strong, how you have kept going when it would have been easier to give up. That strength is not going unnoticed, and it is not without reward. There is a breakthrough forming in your life, something that will make sense of the delays and the struggles you have faced. But it requires you to stay aligned with me, to keep listening, to keep trusting that I am leading you in the right direction. You are not forgotten, and you are not overlooked. I have called you for a reason, and that reason is still active, still unfolding, still moving forward, even when you feel stuck. What you see as delay is often preparation, and what you feel as silence is often me working in ways you cannot yet understand. Do not let your emotions convince you that nothing is happening. There is more taking place beneath the surface than you realize. There is also something I want you to release, something you have been holding on to that is no longer meant to stay with you. It could be a fear, a regret, a connection, or a belief that has been limiting you. You already know what it is because you have felt the tension around it. I am asking you to let it go, not because I want to take something from you, but because I want to make space for something better. Holding on to what no longer serves, you will only block what is trying to enter your life. Have you heard about the private group of neuroscientists working on brainwaves connected to money? A top researcher revealed this work was based on CIA studies not meant for public release yet. The result is a simple 7-second ritual validated by 4 neuroscience labs, now practiced at home. Many who once struggled financially are now living in dream homes, owning luxury cars, and taking luxury vacations. But this page could disappear without warning. Click the link in the description and comments before it vanishes. You are being guided towards something that will bring you both peace and purpose. Something that aligns with who you are becoming. It may not look exactly how you expected, but it will feel right in a way that you cannot explain. When you arrive there, you will understand why certain things did not work out the way you wanted. You will see that every step, even the difficult ones, was leading you to a place that fits you more fully. Right now, I want you to stay grounded, to stay present, and to stay connected to me. Do not rush ahead out of impatience, and do not pull back out of fear. Walk with me step by step, trusting that I am guiding you in a way that is both intentional and protective. You are not walking alone. Even when it feels like it, I am with you in every decision, every moment of doubt, every step forward. You are stronger than you realize, not because of your own ability, but because I am working through you. When you feel weak, that is when I am strengthening you the most. When you feel uncertain, that is when I am guiding you the closest. You do not have to have everything figured out to move forward. You only need to stay connected to me and be willing to listen. There is more ahead of you than what you have already experienced. Do not let past disappointments limit your expectations for what is coming. I am not finished with your story, and I am not done working in your life. What is ahead will reflect the growth you have gone through and the trust you are building right now. Stay open, stay willing, and stay attentive to my voice. I am leading you into a season where your efforts will begin to align with results, where your patience will start to make sense, and where your faith will be rewarded in ways that feel both real and lasting. This is not a promise based on chance. It is a promise based on purpose. You are moving towards something meaningful, something that will remind you that you were never walking without direction. You have felt moments where everything seemed still, almost like nothing was moving. Yet inside you there was a quiet stirring that refused to fade. That stirring is not confusion. It is direction forming within you. I am not only guiding your steps, I am transforming your understanding so that when you move with clarity and not fear. Type 1212 if you trust in Jesus. You have been learning to let go even when it has been painful, even when it felt like you were losing something important. But what you did not see is that every release created space, and that space is now being filled with something stronger and more aligned with your purpose. You were never meant to carry everything you picked up along the way. Some burdens were temporary. Some connections were seasonal. And some struggles were only meant to teach you strength, not remain in your life forever. Now you are stepping into a phase where what remains is what truly belongs. There is a new awareness growing inside you, a sense that you cannot go back to who you were before. The things that once satisfied you no longer feel the same, and the patterns that once felt normal now feel out of place. This is not loss. This is elevation. I am lifting your perspective so you can see beyond what used to limit you. When you feel uncomfortable in old spaces, it is because you have outgrown them. and I am preparing you for something that matches your growth. You have questioned your path more than once, wondering if you made mistakes that set you back. I am telling you clearly that nothing you have faced has been wasted. Even your missteps have been used to teach you, to strengthen you, and to redirect you when needed. I do not define you by your past. I refine you through it. What matters now is not where you have been, but how you respond to where I am leading you next. You are not disqualified. You are being prepared. There is something important about your timing that you need to understand. You have felt like you were late, like others were moving ahead while you were standing still. But your journey is not meant to mirror anyone else's, and your timing is not behind. I have been aligning things in your life that require patience to come together properly. If you had moved faster, you would have entered spaces that were not ready for you, or that were not meant for you at all. Now, as things begin to align, you will see that the wait was not delay. It was design. Type 2222 to receive miracles. You are also being strengthened emotionally in ways that are not always visible. There were moments when you felt overwhelmed, when you thought you might not be able to keep going. Yet you did continue, even if it was one small step at a time. That resilience is not something you created alone. It is something I have been building within you. You are becoming someone who does not break under pressure, but learns to stand firm in the middle of it. This strength will be necessary for what is coming next. Is it really possible to attract money more naturally using a 7-second ritual? Research connected to the CIA suggests certain brainwave states influence how opportunities appear in your life. This technique, proven by 4 neuroscience labs, is helping people shift away from financial pressure toward improved lifestyles. Many are now stepping into dream homes, driving luxury cars, and enjoying luxury vacations. But this information may not remain online for long. Click the link in the description and comments before it disappears. There are opportunities approaching you, but they will not always look obvious at first. Some will come disguised as simple decisions, small choices that do not seem significant. But those choices will lead you into paths that open greater doors. This is why listening to me matters so much, because I will guide you even in the smallest details. When you follow that guidance, you will find yourself in the right place at the right time without forcing anything. This is how true harmony unfolds. It comes naturally when your heart remains connected to me, even in moments when you believed nothing was changing. Healing was quietly taking place within you. Hidden wounds you carried for years, those that shaped your confidence and influenced the way you trusted others, have been slowly mended with care and patience. I am restoring the value you see in yourself, reminding you that your identity has never been determined by the pain you endured. It is being shaped by the person you are becoming as healing transforms your life. Every step through this journey is strengthening your character, deepening your wisdom, and giving you a firmer foundation than you have ever known. A fresh season is beginning to emerge before you. Perhaps the change seems gentle, almost too quiet to notice. It may not arrive with dramatic moments or sudden breakthroughs, yet its impact is profound. This quiet transformation is reshaping your thoughts, your reactions, and the direction of your life. Situations that once unsettled your heart no longer have the same power over you. You are becoming calmer, more intentional, and more spiritually aware. This is the evidence of genuine growth. That growth is preparing you for blessings beyond what you can currently imagine. You may still have questions, and you may not yet understand every detail of the road ahead. That does not mean you are lost. You are not required to see the entire journey before taking the next faithful step. I am asking you to trust the process, to believe in the direction I am setting before you, and to know that I am leading you toward a purpose that truly matters. Whenever you try to control every outcome, you place burdens on yourself that you were never created to bear. When you choose to place your trust in me instead, you make room for life to unfold with peace, wisdom, and steady support. Another important transformation is also taking place around you. I am guiding you away from environments that exhaust your spirit and leading you toward places where your faith and purpose can flourish. This may require stepping back from certain relationships or situations that no longer reflect the person you are growing into. That is not rejection. That is redirection. I am guiding you into environments where you can thrive, where your energy is not constantly pulled down, and where your purpose can develop fully. You are not alone in this transition. Even when it feels like you are moving through it by yourself, I am with you in every step. I am guiding your thoughts, your decisions, and your actions in ways you may not always notice. When you feel uncertain, that is when you need to come closer, not pull away. The more you stay connected to me, the clearer everything becomes. There is something ahead that will bring a sense of confirmation, a moment where you will realize that everything you went through had meaning. That moment will not feel forced. It will feel natural, like everything finally makes sense. When you reach that point, you will understand why certain things had to happen the way they did. You will see the connections, the timing, and the purpose behind it all. Until then, stay steady, stay patient, stay connected. Do not let temporary emotions pull you away from what is being built in your life. You are in a process that is leading somewhere important, and every step matters. Trust me in this. Even when it feels slow, even when it feels uncertain, I am working in your life, and what I am building will last. There have been times when you felt like giving up, when the weight of everything pressed down on you and made you question your strength, yet you kept going. Even if it was slow, even if it felt like you were barely moving forward, that persistence matters more than you realize. It has built something inside you that cannot be shaken easily. Something steady and grounded. You are no longer the same person who once doubted every step, because you have learned to stand, even when things feel uncertain. I want you to understand something clearly about the way I guide you. I do not always remove the difficulty, but I always provide direction through it. The challenges you have faced were not meant to break you. They were meant to refine you. They were shaping your awareness, teaching you how to listen more closely, how to trust more deeply. Without those moments, you would not recognize my voice the way you are beginning to now. Even your hardest days carried purpose that is now becoming visible. There is something changing in the way you see yourself. You are beginning to recognize your own worth, not based on what others say, but based on what you feel inside. That recognition is important because it affects how you move forward. When you know your value, you no longer settle for what diminishes you. You begin to choose differently, to walk away from what does not align with your purpose. This shift is part of your growth, and it is preparing you for what is ahead. You have also been learning patience, even when it has been difficult. You wanted answers quickly, results immediately, clarity without delay. But patience has been teaching you to trust the process, to believe that things are unfolding at the right time. It has been building endurance in you, the kind that allows you to stay steady even when progress feels slow. This endurance will serve you well in the next phase of your journey, where consistency matters more than speed. Type yes to receive miracles. What if most people struggle financially because they never activate a specific brainwave? Leading neuroscientists point to CIA-linked research that highlights this missing link. This 7-second ritual, backed by 4 neuroscience labs, is helping people rethink their financial habits and improve outcomes. Many are now moving into dream homes, owning luxury cars, and traveling on luxury vacations. But this page might be taken down soon. Click the link in the description and comments before it is removed. There is a deeper level of trust that I am inviting you into now. Not just trusting when things feel right, but trusting even when you do not understand. This kind of trust creates a strong foundation, one that is not easily shaken by circumstances. When you trust me at this level, you begin to move with confidence, even in uncertainty. You stop second-guessing every step, and you start following the direction you feel inside without hesitation. This is where your strength truly grows. You may have noticed that your reactions are changing. Things that once upset you no longer have the same effect. Situations that once caused you stress now feel more manageable. This is not because your life has become easier, but because you have become stronger. I have been working within you, shifting your perspective, helping you respond differently. This inner change is just as important as any external change because it determines how you experience everything around you. There are still moments when doubt tries to return, when old thoughts attempt to pull you back into patterns you have already outgrown. But you are not the same anymore, and you do not have to respond the same way. You have the ability to recognize those thoughts and choose differently. This is part of your growth, learning to stand firm in what you know rather than what you feel in a temporary moment. You are becoming more aware, more intentional, more aligned. I want you to pay attention to the small moments in your life, the quiet signs that things are shifting. It could be a conversation that brings clarity, a decision that feels right, or a sense of peace in a situation that once caused anxiety. These moments are not random. They are confirmations. They are showing you that you are moving in the right direction. When you notice them, let them strengthen your trust rather than dismiss them as coincidence. There is also something important about the way you are learning to let go of control. You have tried to manage every detail, to predict every outcome, to make everything happen on your own terms. But control has often brought you stress rather than peace. Now you are learning to release that need, to allow things to unfold without forcing them. This does not mean you are passive. It means you are aligned. You are taking action where needed, but you are not carrying what is not yours to carry. You are being guided toward a place where your efforts and your trust come together, a place where what you do and what you believe are in harmony. When you reach that point, things begin to flow more naturally. You are not constantly pushing against resistance because you are moving with direction. This is the kind of alignment that creates lasting progress, not just temporary results. There is something ahead that will bring you a sense of fulfillment, something that reflects the growth you have gone through. It may not be exactly what you expected, but it will feel right in a way that you cannot ignore. When you reach that point, you will understand why certain paths did not work out, why certain doors remained closed. You will see that everything was guiding you towards something better suited for you. Until then, I want you to stay steady, Do not rush ahead out of impatience. And do not pull back out of fear. Keep listening. Keep trusting. And keep moving forward one step at a time. You do not need to have everything figured out to continue. You only need to stay connected to me and be willing to follow the direction you are given. You are not alone in this process, even when it feels quiet. I am with you in every step, guiding you, supporting you, and strengthening you. You are not forgotten, and you are not overlooked. Your journey matters, and where you are going matters. Stay focused, stay grounded, and stay open to what is unfolding. There is something I am restoring in you right now, something that was weakened by disappointment and uncertainty. You have gone through moments where your confidence felt shaken, where you questioned your direction and your ability to move forward. But that season is not defining you anymore. I am rebuilding your confidence from within, not based on what has happened around you, but based on who you are becoming. This confidence will not depend on approval or outcomes. It will come from knowing that you are aligned with me. You are also learning to trust your inner sense of direction, the quiet knowing that guides you. Even when there is no clear explanation, that knowing is not something you created. It is something I placed within you. It is your connection to me. Your ability to recognize what is right for you, even when others do not see it. The more you listen to it, the stronger it becomes. The more you ignore it, the quieter it gets. This is why I am asking you to stay attentive, because that inner guidance is one of the ways I speak to you. There have been moments when you doubted your own instincts, when you chose to follow what others expected instead of what you felt inside. Those moments taught you something important. They showed you that ignoring your inner voice leads to confusion, while listening to it brings clarity. Now you are at a point where you can choose differently. You can choose to follow the quiet conviction within your heart, even when that choice leads you down a more difficult road. Type 777 if you believe these words are meant for you. A meaningful transformation is taking place in the way you manage your emotions. You are no longer allowing every passing feeling to determine your choices. Instead, you are learning to slow down, reflect carefully, and respond with wisdom instead of acting on impulse. Although this transformation may appear subtle, its influence is profound. It is helping you gain a level of self-control that was not as strong before. This is another sign of your spiritual and personal growth. You are becoming more mindful, more intentional, and more disciplined with every decision you make. Each day, you are learning to move through life with greater clarity and confidence. Many people wonder how others seem to move from financial pressure into lives filled with greater comfort and opportunity. According to a study connected with former CIA research, a simple 7-second mental exercise may influence the way the brain recognizes and responds to new possibilities. Researchers from 4 neuroscience laboratories have reportedly explored this approach, and many participants claim it has helped improve different areas of their daily lives. Some speak of purchasing dream homes, driving luxury vehicles, and enjoying vacations they once believed were out of reach. Because this information may not remain available forever, be sure to check the link in the description and comments before it is removed. At the same time, you are becoming far more intentional with where your energy goes. You are beginning to recognize which people, place, and habits leave you feeling exhausted, and which ones strengthen your spirit. That growing awareness is helping you make wiser decisions about how you spend your time and attention. You are discovering that not every situation deserves your energy, and not every person deserves unlimited access to your life. As you embrace this truth, you become more committed to protecting the peace I have been building within you. You make room for what truly brings purpose, while releasing the things that only distract or diminish you. Another important lesson is unfolding in your heart the ability to forgive, not only those who have hurt you, but also yourself. For too long, you have carried the weight of regret over choices you wish had been different, yet remaining trapped in guilt only keeps your heart anchored to yesterday. I am inviting you to let that burden go, not because your past was meaningless, but because its purpose has already been fulfilled. You have grown through those experiences. You have gained wisdom from them, and there is no reason to continue carrying what I am asking you to leave behind.